That's part one, and this is part two. But before I start this video, I just want to say that I made a mistake. Yes, there are 44 songs in total in the set list. However, two of the songs are surprise acoustic songs, so that's just gonna go into the surprise songs in part three. So this time, instead of doing 22 songs, we're only just gonna do 20. If you didn't get that, good. Let's just get straight into it. All Too Well. Okay. I might piss some people off. And by some people, I mean I might piss off a bunch of Swifties off. But that's okay. I enjoy All Too Well. I really do. But the thing is, it's not my favorite song. I'll just say that. It used to be my favorite song, but then she made 10-minute version of All Too Well. And I listened to it, it's okay. But because it is one of her most well-known songs, and basically that song that defines her career, so because of that, I'm gonna give it our first D tier. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. But our first song for part two, it's All Too Well, the 10-minute version, and it's in D tier. As you can see also, I pushed the tier list off to the side so we can give it a lot more space, because as you've seen from the first part, it's gonna be a lot. But next song, Karma. Yes, Karma. This was from her Midnights album, and let me tell you, Karma is indeed my boyfriend. Except I don't have one, because, well, you know. But yes, I really enjoyed Karma. It was one of my favorite songs on the Midnights album, so because of that, I'm going to give it. So here's the thing. Just Look What You Made Me Do, and the other song. Oh shit. What's the other song? Don't Blame Me. Yes, it was Don't Blame Me. So, it was Don't Blame Me that I listened to the gym. But this song I also listened to the gym. So, because of that, I'm going to just give it our first C tier, because it's a good song, but it's pretty, in the middle, if you get what I'm saying. So, because of that, Karma is going to get our first C tier of the day. It's a good song, really, it is, but it's pretty in the middle also, because it's not All Too Well status, but it is a pretty good song. So, let's just keep on going. Invisible String from Folklore. Hold on, let me listen to this song real quick. Okay, so I do actually know the song also, because just Tolerated, it was one of the songs I also listened to during walks in 2020. So because of that, I knew this was going to be a hard video to make, because I know that I'm as indecisive as ever. But I kind of want to give it to almost to E tier, because should I give it to? Because here's the thing, I'm thinking about giving it to either C, D, or E, but it's Invisible String. You know what, I'm gonna give it to C tier also, because it's a pretty middle love song and stuff like that. So because I already knew what the song was, I just need a refresher. So because of that, it's not on the same level as All Too Well, but I am gonna give it to C tier also. Midnight Rain. Okay, so this was from her Midnights album. So here's the thing. At first, when I listened to Midnight Rain, I didn't like it, because it was just all the wrong genre and stuff like that. It was more of a synth pop song and stuff like that, instead of it should have been an indie folk or indie pop kind of song, but instead it was a synth pop kind of song, and at first I didn't like it. But when I was at school, just hanging out in my room and stuff like that, I started really liking Midnight Rain. It was one of those songs on the Midnights album that had to grow on me. So because of that, Midnight Rain is going to get our next D tier. Okay, so Midnight Rain is our next D tier because it was one of those songs that had to really grow on me, and it really did grow on me. My favorite of all time on the Folklore album is Cardigan. You have Long Pond Studio, you have the acoustic version, you have a bunch of other versions of Cardigan. But Cardigan is absolutely my 100% jam. It's that song I would listen to if I ever decide to run away and live in the forest. And I believe everyone else believes the same way also. So I'm not going to go into it at all because, like, that's how much I enjoy Cardigan. So because of that, I'm going to give it E tier. Like, we don't need to discuss it. Cardigan absolutely has my heart in a chokehold right now. Love it so much. I actually saw a clip of her singing Cardigan during the Eras tour, and it should be like on its own tier, but I'm just gonna give it our E tier. Style! Style. Our favorite divorced dad, Harry Style. All I'm gonna say about this is I saw that clip of her performing it live during the Eras tour, and oh my god. I even tweeted about it, but like, oh my god. Style, the way she sung it during the Eras tour absolutely is a chef's kiss. So because of that, Style is going to our next E tier. You just go on YouTube, type in Style Eras Tour Live, watch that clip. I promise you'll feel the same way. Style. I love it so much. Can you tell? August. Okay, so again, from the Folklore album, I really enjoyed August. I really did. One of my favorite versions of August that she released was the Long Pond Studio and the acoustic version. Just like Cardigan, like, it's one of my favorite songs. But the thing is, it's not at the same level as Cardigan. But I will give it to either C or D tier. I just don't know which tier to give it to, though. Because the thing is, I really enjoyed this song also when it first came out. Like, it was one of those songs that was also, like, on my repeat. I'm just debating if I should give it to D tier or C tier. I'm gonna give it to D tier. I really enjoyed August. Like, it's not one of those songs like Midnight Rain that had to grow on me, and it's not, like, her most well-known song. But, like, August is, like, pretty up there for me personally. But let's go on to the next song. Mastermind. It was also on her Midnights album, but I can't remember if it officially came out along with the original album that came out, or if it was also a part of the 3 a.m. edition. But I'm going to quickly listen to the song first and then give it my opinion. Okay, some parts I enjoyed Mastermind and some parts I didn't. By the way, Midnights only had 13 songs, and this was the 13th song also. And like, as you know, like Taylor Swift's like lucky number and stuff like that is 13. But I don't know, Mastermind, it wasn't my favorite song. Like, there were some parts of it I really enjoyed, like the beat of it was really good and stuff like that. But, like, it's not my absolute favorite song. So because of that, I kind of just want to give it to B tier. Because, like, it's not on the same level as Karma or Invisible String. I'm gonna give Mastermind a B tier. It was not my favorite song, unfortunately. And let me be honest, there were a lot of songs on Midnights that was not my favorite. So, like, don't take it the wrong way, but Mastermind was not that kind of song for me. Shake It Off from her 1989. Just like Look What You Made Me Do, the other song, and Karma, Shake It Off is also another gym song. But again, it wasn't my favorite. Like, between, what's that song again? Don't Blame Me. Between Don't Blame Me, Look What You Made Me Do, and Karma, and Shake It Off. Shake It Off would be my last song. Like, I would go for my, like, my go-to gym song. It wasn't my favorite, so because of that, I kind of want to give it to another B tier. Just for that reason. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to B tier. Shake It Off, our next B tier, surprisingly. Let's see what other songs are there. I think at that end, I might reconsider my choices, but for now, I'm just gonna go with it. The Last Great American Dynasty. Okay. Last Great American Dynasty was also in Folklore. It was one of my favorite songs, actually, even though, like, I don't think a lot of people liked it. But me, personally, I really, really enjoyed Last American Dynasty. The thing is, I don't know if I should put it into C tier or if I should put it into D tier like I did with August and Invisible String. Because the thing is, The Last Great American Dynasty was also in my repeat, just like August was. But I don't know, I can't remember why I stopped listening to it. I'm gonna give Last American Dynasty to C tier because it was one of my favorite songs on the Folklore album. Like, it was one of those songs that was on my repeat list on Spotify, but like, it's pretty like in the middle, if you get what I mean. So because of that, I'm gonna give Last American Dynasty to C tier. Last American Dynasty, C tier. Really was wondering if I should have put it into D tier. Bad Blood. Okay. So, just like Karma, just like Shake It Off, just like Look What You Made Me Do and Don't Blame Me, Bad Blood is also one of my gym songs. But the thing is, it's a pretty basic gym song. Like, if it's there in my shuffle, like, I'll listen to it. But if it's not, like, I won't be mad that it's not in the shuffle. So because of that, I'm gonna give it our next C tier. And as the saying goes, C tier is back being the longest one we have. So, Lavender Haze. Okay. Lavender Haze was, I believe, the second or first song on the Midnights album. And just like Midnight Rain, it was a song that had to grow on me. Like, at first, when I listened to it, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. But then when the music video came out, I never watched the music video. Go figure. But I eventually did when I was at school. And it slowly started growing on me, like, more and more and more. It, like, really grew on me, and, like, to the point where now, like, after listening to the acoustic version, I personally really enjoy, like, Lavender Haze. Like, it's on the same level as Maroon and, like, Anti-Hero and stuff like that. So because of that, like, unlike giving it to D tier like I did for Midnight Rain, because it was a song that had to grow on me, this song grew on me. But now it's one of my favorite songs on the Midnights album, so because of that, I'm gonna give it our next... I'm wondering if I should give it to D tier or E tier. I'm just gonna give it to D tier. Lavender Haze, our next D tier. And I never really watched her perform it live during the Eras Tour either, so, like... I'm being generous right now. Because I would have put it into, honestly, almost going into F tier. But, like, it's not, like, up there yet. Wildest Dream! Yes! I heard the TV version of Wildest Dream in the original 1989 version. I was like, okay, I really enjoy this. Like, it's not my favorite song. But after listening to it for the TV version of Wildest Dream, it, like, shot up there to the point where it's almost the same level as Style was. Because the thing is, I kind of want to give it to D tier. It's not an F tier song. Like, I'll just say it out. I'll just put it out there. It's not an F tier song, but it's kind of not an E tier song either. I'm gonna give it to D tier. Like, I think for this video, I'm gonna reshuffle the tier list, but for now, I'm just gonna leave it at D tier. But I think I'm gonna reshuffle this. So for now, it's going to D tier. Wildest Dream, D tier.
anti-hero!
We're not gonna go into this one because all I'm gonna say is, hi, it's me. I am the problem. Next song, My Tears Ricochet. So I actually heard a clip of it from last night, but I'm gonna re-listen to it right now and give it my current opinion. Okay, I do remember this song because again, it was one of the songs I listened to during 2020, and in actuality, I had to listen to the song multiple times just to figure out which songs on the Folklore album I liked, and this was really up there. So because of that, it's not going to go into D tier territory, but it is going to E tier. If this current list looks chaotic to you, I promise it's going to get a lot more chaotic. So let's just keep going. I'll do this one. Okay. Next on the tier list is Illicit Affairs. Let me listen to this one also. This is really difficult. This is really getting up there. Because it's just like My Tears Ricochet. But the thing is, I don't want to give it to E tier. I kind of almost want to give it to D tier, honestly. Because for this song, like, you have to listen to it quite a bit, like, to the half point, and that's when it gets really good. So because of that, I don't know what tier I should even give it to. I'm wondering if I should give it to D or even going into almost C tier. Because here's how I would actually do it if it was up to me. It would go in between. You know what? I'm just gonna give it to D tier. Like, I'm just gonna give it to D tier for now. Being a Taylor Swift fan is really hard because look at all of these amazing songs. But like, the thing is, I would give all of these songs like on its God tier if I like absolutely needed to. But like, I can't. That's why there are tier lists. This is so complicated. But I chose to be a Taylor Swift fan anyways, so I guess boo-hoo. Blank Space. Okay. It's one of those songs that you can just listen to, if you get what I mean. Like, it's one of those songs, like, if it's in the shuffle, I'll listen to it. But it's not, like, I wouldn't complain that it's not there, but, like, I wish it was there. Because of that reason, I'm gonna give it to our next C tier. Because it's one of those songs that, yeah, you can listen to it on shuffle, but, like, oh, yeah, and a bunch of music YouTubers also, like, you know those listicles of, like, most popular songs of like 2014 or 2015 or whatever, this song will always be in that list. I promise you, I will bet everything I have right now. This song will always be on those listicles. So because of that reason, I'm going to give it to our next C tier. Okay, we only have 2 songs left. Did I say 2 songs? I meant 3 songs. So let's just completely forget I even said that. But our next song is Bejeweled. I shared my experience listening to Bejeweled like I did with Midnight Rain and Lavender Haze. So because of that reason, I kind of just want to give it to our next C tier. Because, like, I can't really describe my experience listening to Bejeweled. Like, I like the song, but it's not my absolute favorite also. Alright, we only have 2 more songs. So, ladies and gentlemen and everyone else watching, we have Vigilante Shit. So, like I said the last 50 billion times, Vigilante Shit is on the same level as Shake It Off, Karma, Look What You Made Me Do, and Don't Blame Me. Same level as those. Because of that reason, Vigilante Vigilante shit makes me into a different kind of mood when I'm working out. It feels like I'm training to like defeat someone and stuff like that. So because of that reason, I'm going to give it our next D tier because of that reason alone. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else watching, our last song of this part. We have Betty from Folklore. Now, let me tell you about this song. Now, I really enjoy country music. I really, really do. And here's the thing. When this song came out, I was wondering, what would the song from the other perspective be like? And guess what? I listened to it. and I really liked it. So because of that reason, I'm gonna give Betty our last E tier of today. And there you have it. One of the fastest E tiers I ever had. Shocking, I know. So, let's go down the tier list. Nothing in S tier, but there will be. Nothing in A tier, surprisingly. Now, we have our 2 B tiers of this part. Mastermind and Shake It Off. Now, for C tier, we have Karma, Invisible String, The Last Great American Dynasty, Bad Blood, Blank Space, and Bejeweled. For D tier, we have All Too Well, Midnight Rain, August, Lavender Haze, Wildest Dream, Illicit Affairs, and Vigilante Shit. For E tier, we have Cardigan, Style, My Tears Ricochet, and Betty. And of course, without any explanation, hi, it's me. I am the problem. And after, we have Anti-Hero. So I said I was going to reshuffle them, and from this list, I feel like, honestly, the only thing I would reshuffle is Wildest Dream and Midnight Rain. And those both would go into E tier. Yeah, I think it's good. Okay, so now that I reshuffled my choices, let's go down the tier list. Nothing in S tier, but there will be. Nothing in A tier, surprisingly. And now, the 2 in B tier. You have Mastermind and Shake It Off. Now, for C tier, long as last time. You have Karma, Invisible String, The Last Great American Dynasty, Bad Blood, Blank Space, and Bejeweled. In D tier, a reshuffled version, you have All Too Well, the 10-minute version. You have Vigilante Shit, August, Lavender Haze, and Illicit Affairs. And a reshuffled E tier, you have Midnight Rain, Wildest Dream, My Tear Ricochet, you can see it's right there, and Betty. And for a reshuffled F tier, surprisingly, you have, hi, it's me. I'm the problem. Anti-Hero, which is a no-brainer and no explainer. And I decided to put both Cardigan and Style in F tier, because I literally cannot go, if you let me, I'll go on the 5-hour rant on why I enjoyed Cardigan that much. And for Style, Harry Styles fans and Taylor Swift's fans are this meme right here. And that's it. That's my part 2 of the Eras Tour set list. Now, for part 3, we're gonna go over all of the special songs. I hope you enjoyed the video.